Today on the Sales Life Podcast, most people are odds takers. And what I want you to be is an odds maker. Stay tuned. All right, TSL, let's get it. Welcome back to another episode of the Sales Life. And the Sales Life, the channel, the episodes are created simply to sell you on you because you're more than enough. But see, you don't get in life what you deserve. You get in life what you succeed. You don't get in life what you deserve. You get in life what you negotiate. Success is all on my mind today. And the only way that you're going to be able to negotiate better in life, no matter what happens, that you never settle, is you got to access the skills that you already have inside of you. It's what I call the 8 C's: communication, connection, curiosity, consistency, creativity, continuous learning, being coachable, and being able to handle the criticism. You got to take those skills and you have access to those things and you apply those to your life as well. Now, one thing I love about the Sales Life is there are many times where I actually put an episode out there and then I put something out there and then I have to come back behind and I listen to it again and I'm like, oh, Lord, I wish I would have ran with that. And so this is what today's episode is all about. What I want you to be is an odds maker, not an odds taker. And so on a recent episode, we talked about Kevin Hart's book, right? And Kevin Hart said his mantra to life, to succeed, was everybody, no matter what class of citizen you are, you think you are, everyone is going to get dealt a bad hand. And what do you do when you get dealt a bad hand? Most people, what they do is they turn and walk away. And what Kevin Hart did is he continued to play. And he said that if you do, you'll significantly tip the odds in your favor. And I want to pull on that thread a little bit more because after I listened to this episode, I thought about that. I said, you know what? Most people, they take the odds, but they don't make the odds. So think about it like this. Most people take the odds. So the odds are statistical likelihoods. What's the odds in it raining today? What's the chances? So most people, when you walk into something, what we do is we say, what are the odds? And if the odds say that I will fail, we don't do anything. If the odds say that, you know what? I remember when I was playing high school ball and they said, you know what, Marsh, no linemen get scholarships. You're going to have to walk on. I defied the odds. I got a full ride scholarship. Most people look at their current situation and they say, well, the neighborhood that I'm in, the family that I'm growing up in, they take the odds. Odds say I won't make it. I'd say that my podcast won't take off. I'd say that my YouTube channel won't take off. I'd say that I won't be able to get a 6-figure job. I'd say that I won't be able to go to college. I'd say that I won't be able to get a scholarship. We take the odds. We see the odds. And we walk away. And we lump ourselves. We become odds takers. There's a 70, 80% chance of failure. People don't succeed like us. Okay. And what they end up doing is they take the odds without doing anything. They take the odds and they go sit in the stands in life. And they become a bystander not only to their own life, but they become a bystander to the odds maker. What I want you to do is I want you today to be an odds maker. And so even when the odds look slim, I want you to go after it anyway. I want you to defy what the odds say. Because one thing that people don't tell you, when you look at the odds, the failure rate, how high it is, the percentage of failing, the percentage of not succeeding, what they don't tell you All the fans will tell you this. Your mind will tell you this. Odds are you're going to fail. What they don't tell you is there is someone on the other side of those odds. Because let me tell you something. You are not going to face anything other than death. You are not going to face anything at 100% odds of guaranteed failure. You're not. Let me break it to you. And so if it's not 100%, then damn it, I'm still in the game. So you got to play these odds. And what I want you to do is I want you to play the odds through. I want you to be an odds maker. And I want you to be on the other side of that. Because I understand what the stats say. There may be a 70 to 80% chance that you won't get there. But out of that 80% chance, there are two that did. There are two that made it to the other side. Those are the odds makers. Those are the ones who made it to the other side. Because what they did is they were able to, they felt the fear. Of course, they feel the same fear that you feel. They see the numbers. They hear the chatter. Yet they make the commitment to see it all the way through. Because even if the floor falls out, even if it's not exactly, it didn't turn out like I expected, I would rather know than assume. And most people assume that they're on the other side of the odds. Most people assume that if 70% of people failed, if 80% of people failed, if 99% of people failed, I'm part of that 99. Why can't you be part of that 1%? Why can't you be on the other side of those odds? So when you walk into the fires, when you feel that fear and you feel that urge to push away from it, you have to tell yourself, someone is on the other side of the odds. And if it's going to be someone, damn it, it's going to be me. Sales is living proof of that. I'm about to go to work. And I promise you this, I will fail more than I succeed today. But see, it's in the failure. That's why I succeed. That's the only way that I succeed. And so what I want you to do is I want you to take that same sort of mindset that we as salespeople have. And I want you to sell your way through life. I want you to take on the odds, knowing there's a statistical chance that I may fail. But even if it does, you're only looking at a few of the sides. Case in point, I'm reading Joshua Metcalf's book, Pound the Stone. And in it, he asks the question, Joshua Metcalf does. And he says, how many sides are there to a box? Everybody would say 6. There's a top, there's a bottom, and 4 sides, right? But actually, there's 12. Because every one of those sides has a front and a back. So, see, you went in with 6, but you walked out with 12. And because you continue to play the odds, and I would rather feel the odds, I'd rather play the odds, I would rather know the odds than assume the odds. Let me tell you what happens with the odds. They get better for you because they open up more options. And with those options, gives you better odds. You walk in with 6. I leave with 12. And I'm on the other side of those odds. What odds will you be making today? That's all I want to know. I want you to be an odds maker. Leave it in your comments below. Remember, the greatest sale that you will ever make is to sell you on you, because you're more than enough. Stay amazing. Stay in the sales life. Be sure and leave your comments below. Love to hear from you, your takeaways. Also, how will you be an odds maker today? Stay amazing.